We're going to add one more little thing to our alien invasion video. So I'm going to show you the new version now and then highlight what it is exactly I did to get those changes. I'm out here in my backyard just enjoying a little break. I'm just about to have some lunch. What the heck is that? We're being visited by aliens. Okay, so you see that we've added some other features to our alien invasion video. So initially we had our chroma key set up, and we had a clip here that had the alien flying in and shooting at the ground. So what I have added at that point is 4 other layers, and you can see these 4 layers on top. And to add a new layer or track, you simply click the plus sign, and it creates another layer for you. So I can right click anywhere on that track, and I can rename my layers if I want to name them all, but I'm simply going to remove that one I just created. So there I have my 1, 2, 3, 4 additional layers that I've added. So I started with this bottom layer, and I did a quick Google search for this image here. So I'll drag this out and drop it and let you see what it is. And it's simply an image of like a worm alien coming out of the ground. That's what it looks like right there. So I did a chroma key on it. And then remember, our chroma key is under Effects. Drop the chroma key on, select the color, and set your fuzz. So we've already done that part, and that should not be new. So at this point, what I did is I went to the properties, and I also, being on this clip, I can use these marker tools to previous marker and next marker. And every time you bring a clip onto a screen, you'll see a tiny, tiny little yellow dot at the beginning. And that is the marker indicating when this clip starts on the timeline. So if I click back to previous marker, it jumps exactly to the start of that timeline or that clip. So at that point, what I want to do is change the location and change the scale. So I'm going to go through this here with this one, and I'm going to repeat that process with all 3 of these to give me 3 different alien worms on my screen. So I first go to my effects, I drop my chroma key effect, double click in the color key so I can choose bright green, and then I set my value to 175 roughly. I find that works well. So there's my alien now. So what I want to do with my alien is change its position and change its size. So again, back to properties, and then where I change scale X and scale Y, you'll notice that when I click and drag this number, my worm gets skinnier. So I'm changing the size on the X scale, that's left to right. And I can also do the same and change the size on the Y scale, which is up and down. So I can play with those 2 numbers until I get my picture of my image, whatever size I want. Then I go up to location. And here now I can drag right or left. So if I want my worm to be in a certain spot on the screen, I take it to that spot and I leave it. So when the video plays then at that point, that worm will show up in the position I want at the size I want. So I'm just going to delete that sample right now. So I did the same thing for all 3 of these worms. And you'll notice when you play the video, the alien shoots the laser at the ground, and wherever the laser hits the ground, that's where the worm shows up at that point in time. Now, the last thing I did was put a transition at the very beginning, and that transition is simply for it to blur in. So as we watch that clip, the laser shoots, the worm appears. Okay, so in the next part of this video, which will be video number 2, you're going to see how I have the alien ship fly through in the background. Okay, watch part 2.